I don't know what the heck happened there. It is Monday morning for Move More Monday. It's now 10 minutes, nearly 10:15, and I just don't know what happened. My laptop just completely stopped working. I got another laptop out to see if that would work. That wouldn't work either. It was most peculiar. So I'm sorry. This is today's Move More Monday, and it's so we'll send it to you as a link. I'm so sorry. I have no idea what happened. So here we go. It is Monday the 4th, and I am live from my garage at 10:15 in the morning. But nobody will see this right now with me, so you'll all have to do it at a different time. But it's here for you if you want to do it. So are we ready? 30 minutes? Let's go. Because I planned the whole thing. Like I can't not do it now. All right, everybody. So here we go. We are marching. We are thinking about our posture as we always do. All right, you're trying to make those micro adjustments to it. So think that this is about kind of a whole holistic approach. All right, so we've got to think about our posture and we've got to try and adjust it. All right, make micro adjustments. Hold something if you need to. Sit down if you need to. Whatever you need to do, all right, is absolutely fine. Keep those feet going. Are you still going with me? That's it. Keep those feet going. Keep those shoulders back and down and look forwards. That's good. That's good. And start slowly, all right? You don't have to kind of, start at the same speed as me. You can start slowly. You just work your way up into it. All we need to do is do a little bit of pulse raising before we start our mobility. All right, so that's what we're going to do right now. So hold your feet still. Take your feet wide so they're nice and comfortable and you feel nice and stable. Arms down by your side. Let's go. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. Two more. So think of it as an upwards and a downwards movement. Two parts and smooth it out. One more time. Beautiful. And then let's give those shoulders a roll. So we're going forwards up, back and down. And again, forwards up, back and down. Wonderful. Let's do two more. Yeah, good. All right, and let's do one more. Lovely stuff. Well done. And you can stop there. Let's do our side bends then. So let's go side to side. So start with a small range of movement. That's it. And then gradually, as you're working up into it, go a little bit bigger. All right, so you're really familiar with this movement. It's side bending, and it is really, really good for our spines. All right, so good for warming up and keeping that spine nice and mobile and flexible. And it's also really good for the muscles in our waist. That's it, so moving them side to side, so waking them up. Let's make this one the last one. Let's come back up into the middle here. Let's stop. Bend your knees a bit. All right, so everything kind of sinks down and your hips are nice and square. Fold your arms or sort of grab hold of your elbows, but actively bring those shoulders down and then start your twist. So it's one way and the other way. See how you feel this morning. Go as far as is comfortable for you. Look over that shoulder if that feels okay too. Yeah, good. So you get that little bit of neck mobility and you're trying to just wake up that spine, twisting through. Very nice. One more time and relax. Now relax those arms down by and do a little bit more of a flowing twist. That's it. That's good. So you still, that's it, just twisting through. And as you start to just engage with those arms a bit, you'll find that those hips start to move a little bit, and that's fine. And if you want to, you can sort of make the weight shift a bit more. See how you feel this morning. That's it. Good. And it's all about just trying to twist through that spine. Good. Keeping those arms nice and soft. Brilliant. All right. Good. Let's pop those hands onto the hips and we'll do our hip circle. So it's one way, nice and small to start with. And then gradually just make that a bit bigger. Yes, excellent, excellent. All right, good. And then you can come on back into the middle here, hips nice and still, and let's go around the other way. So start small. That's it. And then gradually, see if you can just make it a bit more exaggerated. Yeah, good, great. So how is that upper body feeling? Bit more loose, bit more ready for it, bit more mad for it. Come on back into the middle here. Good. bring your feet in, and we'll have a march again. That's it. So those elbows are moving backwards. So you'll start to feel now, hopefully, that march is becoming a little bit bigger. That's good. Don't go off and gallop yet, all right, because we're still warming up. But you're just gradually making the movement that bit bigger, lifting the knees a little bit higher, swinging the arms a little bit further backwards. That's good. And looking forwards all the time. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Good. All right, let's do a couple of knee lifts then. So slow those feet down. Hold on to something if you need to here to do a knee lift. All right, so just see how you're feeling. You might want to hold something on both sides there. Good. And if you want to, if you're feeling okay in your balance this morning, all right, and you're happy to give the opposite hand to opposite knee a go, you could give that a go. And what happens here, of course, is that you get another twist. That's it. But try and keep up tall. That's it. Try and keep up tall. That's good. Always hard on those hip flexors, isn't it? Yeah, good. All right, lovely. Stop there. So make this one the last one. Now, this time, heels up towards your bottom. So again, just hold on to something, whatever you need to hold on to. Bring those heels up towards your bottom, curling them up there. Yeah, that's good. Very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Lovely stuff. Great. Okay. And then you can come on back into the middle here, have another march. Good. So again, you'll probably find that this march is getting slightly bigger. Yeah, good. You just sort of start to ease into it because your body does warm up, doesn't it? And just sort of gets a bit more into it. And you go, okay, yeah, this isn't so bad. My elbows are moving backwards. My knees are lifting. And I've got that natural sort of swing through in that upper body as I march. Yes. Last bit. Ankles and wrists. Slow it down. Let's do a heel and a toe. Ready? So let's go heel and toe, heel and toe. Great stuff. Good. Now, if you're not holding on and you fancy doing something fancy, let's do an alternate bicep curl. All right, good. Last one. You can stop there. Move your weight over onto the other side. Heel and toe. Ready? Heel and toe, heel and toe. Hold something, or if you fancy doing something fancy and you've got that little bit of, that's it, yes, just, yeah, different movement, coordinated movement, last couple there, great, and march again, this time, see if you can circle your wrists around, so let's get those wrists moving, yeah, let's get the wrists moving around the other way as you keep marching through those feet, lovely, all right, so bring your elbows in at your waist, I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see me, palms up, palms down, palms up, palms down. Are your feet still moving as well? Are they okay there? All right, good, good. Try and keep your feet moving and put your hands together. Good. Now I want you to move those index fingers towards your sternum and then hands towards me and fingers going down towards the floor, and do that movement again. So up there, that's it. So you're just getting that twisting, that's it, flexing movement of those wrists. Good. How are those feet doing? Let's change the movement now, all right? So let's get rid of those arms, as it were, and tap your toes out to the side. So let's go out to the side, out to the side. Good stuff. Well done. So try and keep those hips facing forwards. And if you want to, let's do a bicep curl with both arms. Or you might find that you're holding on, and that is absolutely fine too. All right, so again, work at your own pace because we're just bringing up that pulse now a bit more. So you're breathing that little bit more deeply now. That's good. So go with it. Go with it. That's it, because you've got the big muscles moving of your arms and legs. Lovely stuff. Right, let's tap those toes behind you. Ready, steady. Here we go. Tap behind. Tap behind. So try and stand tall. So see if you can get that movement coming from the glute there, back, and just tap the toes back. Let's do that alternate bicep curl again, like you did, or you might have had a go at doing that heel and toe earlier. All right, so it's toes back. Try and stand tall. Try and keep those hips lifted all the time, looking forwards. All right, well done. Very good. Let's come back into the march again here. You ready, steady? Here we go. So let's march again here. All right, so we're in a sort of a nice sort of big movement now. All right, so you're breathing nice and deeply. We're right into it. The warm-up's gone. We're into our maintaining our pulse. All right, so I'm going to get you to go bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller. All right, and we're going to do that twice. All right, so we're going to do 10 counts of each. Okay, ready? So here comes a big 10. Ready? And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and smaller. 10, 9, small, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, get ready, steady, and here we go. Last time, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and smaller. Excellent stuff. Good. Take nice deep breaths, nice big sort of blows. That's it. That's good. Woo, great. That's it. That's all we need to do. I just wanted you to go up, down, up, down. Now keep this down a little bit and go back to that stepping now, side to side. So I'm pointing that way, but I actually don't mind which way you step. Doesn't matter. I would just be delighted if anyone else sees this sees this video this morning. That has happened before, hasn't it? My video's gone off. Anyway, we're here. We're doing it so that you've got something in the week if you would like. Oh, okay. No, I'll tell you that in a minute. One thing at a time. We are going arms out to the side, looking forwards, and if you can, you're taking these arms up a little bit higher as well. Bit kinder on your shoulders if you turn those palms up towards the ceiling. Good. All right, now then, take those arms a bit lower now, a bit lower, bit lower, bit lower. All right, now I want you to go a bit higher again. Ready? A bit higher again. How are you doing with that breath? All okay? This is our hardest bit. All right, so stay with me for this if you can. Lovely, and then let's go smaller again with those arms. And you might find that you're going slightly smaller with that base move as well. All right, good. Now pop those hands onto the hips. Lovely, and just step side to side a bit smaller. A bit smaller, a bit smaller. All right, good. Now, keep that, try and get that intensity to come down now. All right, so just think it's coming down a bit. Breathing starting to become a little bit more controlled. That's it, not quite so gaspy. That's it, so take it down. Hopefully you weren't sort of gaspy, but you know. All right, let's stop there. Let's stop there. Let's take your feet wide. Now turn the knees and the toes out a bit. Now, what we're going to do is a wide base sway. So pull in through that pelvic floor, lift up nice and tall. If this is uncomfortable for you at all, bring your feet a little bit closer and have the feet facing forward. So you do what suits you and your sort of hips and pelvis. If you feel okay to take them wide, do them wide, all right? But you've got an alternative there, all right? And just see how that feels on your knees as well, because that kind of turned out movement, or it can feel a bit iffy on your knees. So go with this, or a little bit narrower and feet facing forwards, okay? So up to you, all right? Because all I want you to do is sway, all right? Just want you to sway, because I want you to feel the weight and the balance as you move from side to side. Now, let's see if you can reach one arm out and up, okay? So it's out and up. See how you feel in those arms? All right, so it may be that you want to go out and across. All right, so up to you. See how you feel in that shoulder. Let's do 2 more. Let's do 1 more. Good, and then relax. And then let's do on the other arm. All right, so you're going out and up. Or if that's not comfortable on your shoulder and you're just going, nope, not for me today, take it out in front. All right, don't worry about it. Whatever suits you, all right, is perfect. All right, so that what I want you to do is some movement in the week. 30 minutes. All right, good. That's it. Lovely, lovely. And let's do 1 more. That's it. Just see how you feel, see how you're going. Like the very fact that you're doing it is amazing. All right, so let's stop there. Let's bring those feet right in. And I want you to do a little bit of balance now. Strength and balance, really, because this one is heel raises. So feet are hip width apart. Shoulders are back and down. Chest is lifted, pulling through those abdominals. Let's do 10 heel raises. Ready? So let's go 10 and down 9. So right up onto those toes. And 8. Pull in. 7. Try and go right onto that big toe joint. 6. And choose how you want your hands. 5. You can have a lighter touch. You can have no touch. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Ease that out. Give those legs a bit of a wiggle out. How was that? Okay. Sorry, I was just looking up at the camera just to see if anyone else had found me this morning. Right. Toe raises now. Okay. So hold something. Feet hip width apart. Lift up tall, shoulders back and down. And I want you to lift the toes and put the toes down. Lift the toes and put the toes down, and do that again. Ready? Lift and lower. This is number 4. Try and keep your bottom tucked underneath you. And 5. Pull in nice and tall. Good. 6. So don't push your bum back. Really focus on those toes. 7. That's it. Keep lifting. Good. That's it. 8. Really good for our ankle strength. Let's go. 9 and 10. Stop. Give them a wiggle out. All okay there? Okay. Well done. All right. I want you to try tandem walk. So work up to it. Hold something. Take one foot so the heel is in front of the toe. All right, so that might be enough. And remember, if you don't want to go heel in front of toe, you can do heel next to toe, or you can just do a narrow base. So what we're doing is making the base really narrow. Okay, now we're going to try and take a step. So I want you to stand tall. I want you to feel the weight as it goes through the front foot. Pick up the back foot and step it in front. And then stand tall. Now, pick up that front foot. We're going to walk backwards now. Pick up that front foot and take it behind. And stand tall and unravel those feet. Let's try it with the other leg now. Okay, so the other leg in front. Ready? So we go heel in front of the toe. All right, remember it could be here if you want to, or it could be really narrow. Okay, so you choose. Ready? You lift up tall. You move your weight forwards into the front foot. Pick up the back foot and step it in front and stand tall. Good. Choose how you want your hands to be. Let's take that foot behind you. Keep it nice and steady, nice and controlled, like you are walking on a tightrope. That's good. That's good. And then you unravel those feet and you give them a bit of a wiggle out. Wonderful. All right. So now, what I would like to do now is to go onto the floor. We're going to do press-ups and we're going to do a bridge. Now, if you don't want to come onto the floor, you do your press-ups onto a wall or onto a door, something like this, with your hands nice and wide, fingers facing forwards, and you press up here. If you don't want to go onto your back and you want to come up to standing, you do your bridge standing up as well. So you do your bridge where you tuck under and then push those hips back. So it's a little bit like your hump and hollow, but I want you to keep your back straight. I just want you to pull in and back. All right, so that's it in standing. If you would like to come down onto the floor, come with me now. We're going to take a strong leg in front. We're going to put your weight onto that support, heel up at the back. Just get that knee nice and ready to come onto the floor. Untuck those toes and come on down onto hands and knees. All right, so we're on hands and knees. All right, so everyone's going to do a press up. So we are taking hands everywhere you are. Hands go wider than your shoulder. Everywhere you are, let's bring the nose so it's a bit further forward than the hands. All right, we're doing 5 press-ups. You ready? Steady. And chest to the floor or chest to the wall. We're going down and lift. We're doing 3 more. Down and lift. We're doing 2 more. Down and lift. And we're doing 1 more time. All right. Brilliant. Have a rest there. Bring your hands in. Give them a wiggle out. That's it. Good. All right, so now we're coming on to bridge. All right, so this is coming onto your back. So come with me. You are going to come onto our hip, like so. All right, now then, if you are not used to going onto your back, don't worry about it. You can come on back up to standing and do your bridge standing up. Or if you want to give it a go onto the floor, if you want to, you're coming down onto your side, and then you need to roll over onto our back. All right. So once you come onto your back, you just adjust your hips. You adjust yourself onto the floor. You've got your head down. You've got your hands down by your side. All right. So now, some people I know like to have a cushion or something underneath their head. So next time, if that is uncomfortable for you, you don't really know until you've done it. You put a cushion under your head there. All right. So, but if you can be nice and flat on the floor, that is better for your spine. All right. So now then, this is really good for us just to lie here with our shoulders back and down. If you can do a bridge, we're going to do a bridge now. Standing up or with me here. We're going tilt the hips. We're going to squeeze the bum. Now we're going hips up to the ceiling. And if you're standing, you're just pulling in that tummy. And then you are rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. You're coming back onto the floor and you are letting go with that tilt. Let's do it again. So tilt the hips so the lower back becomes flat on the floor. Squeeze in through that pelvic floor. Squeeze in through the bum cheeks and push those hips up towards the ceiling. And then you lower down, nice and slowly, nice and slowly, nice and slowly. Hold on to it and then ease off with that tilt. Let's go again. So let's go tilt. So that lower back becomes flat on the floor, so it presses down. All right, so you pull in through the pelvic floor. You're already flattened through the stomach, and then you lift on up towards the ceiling. Try and squeeze the bum cheeks together. Try and keep pulling in through that tummy. Don't let it dome. All right, and then you slowly lower on down towards the floor again. All right, let's make this one actually the last one. All right, so we go tilt, squeeze and lift. Don't let your tummy down. Pull it in, even when you're standing. So pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Squeeze your bum cheeks together and you lower down slowly, slowly, slowly. Hold on to it, hold on to it. And then you relax. Good. All right, so now we've got to come back up. So take your time. All right, so roll over onto one side, onto a hip that suits you. So just roll over. You can stay there for a moment on one side. Take your time. Push up into that side sit. All right, so just take your time. Take your time, take your time. Let your head kind of get back into like, woo. All right, and then put one hand on the floor in front of you. So you've got your hands nice and steady and you use those hands to really lift your bum up. Ready? So you go 1, 2, 3, lift that bum up. That's the hardest bit. So once you've got onto your knees, you're going to be able to stand. All right, so you crawl towards your chair or your support or whatever it is. So use that to help as well. Get your strong leg in front. All right, and then tuck your toes underneath you. All right, because that's going to be a bit easier if you can. Tuck your toes underneath you. Use that strong leg. Use your arms and ready. Up you come, using everything to pull you up. Good. And then just have a rest here when you get here. All right. Well done. Well done. That was great. If that's your first time going down there, well done. Well done, well done. And if you usually go on the floor, brilliant, because it's a really good thing to be able to do. Let's have a stretch. So keep hold of that support that you used and take one leg back behind you and press your heel down into the floor. So let's give ourselves a really good calf stretch. All right, so we've got stretches now and a tiny little bit of Tai Chi, a bit more than we did last week. All right. Okay, so come on in and then change sides. So you go toe, heel, and ease it forwards. That's it. So that knee just in line with the ankle, heel pressed down onto the floor, giving yourself that really good calf stretch, which remember is really good for our walking stride. Keeps our stride length nice and long. Keep looking forwards. Well done, everybody. Well done. Come on in. That's it. Give those legs a bit of a wiggle out. Let's have an upper body stretch. Let's take our feet so they're nice and wide so you feel stable. Let's bring your shoulders back and down, and let's put your hands on top of your bum like that. Then see if you can actively squeeze your shoulder blades together like that. If you've got a chair handy, you could hold on to the chair and draw them back like that. So something that pulls your shoulders back is a really, really good stretch for across the chest and across those shoulders, across the front of the shoulders. So we're trying all the time to really keep that chest flexible. All right, that's it. Really pull those shoulders back. Relax the shoulders. Is that okay? Didn't sort of bend your back too much. All right, let's do another leg stretch. So let's take one foot in front. Let's place your hands on the leg that's bent and push your bottom up towards the ceiling. So this is your hamstring stretch. Let me turn to the side. Look, try and keep your back as straight as you can. Try and look forwards and down. That's it. And just think about tilting those hips up towards the ceiling. That might just be enough to really stretch through that hamstring. And I don't mind if the toes up or down. Doesn't matter. Do what's comfortable for you. Just try and make sure it doesn't pull too much behind your knee. All right, up you come. And let's change sides, right? So the other foot goes in front. It doesn't need to be a very wide step, actually. You bend one leg like you're sitting down on a chair. So sit back, sit back, sit back with one leg straight. That's good. And try and really stretch through that hamstring, all right? So you've got your bum back, your chest lifted. You just folded forwards from the hips just to really try and stretch through that hamstring. All right, so you can have your toe up or down. I do not mind, as long as you can feel the pull in the big belly of the muscle behind the thigh. All right, so try and avoid it pulling behind the knee. It may pull behind the knee a bit, but it can be a bit uncomfortable. All right, so just relax that foot. Okay, and up you come. All okay? Take your feet wide. Let's put one hand on one shoulder. Let's push your elbow up to the ceiling. Let's let that hand creep down in between your shoulder blades. Chin level with the floor. Well done. Extremely well done. And relax. And let's do the other side. So you've got hand there, elbow up. Let's take that hand down in between your shoulder blades. Just do what you can. See if you can keep your chin lifted. See if you can keep those shoulders back and down. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Lovely. And relax. Give those arms a bit of a wiggle out. Now, let's turn your head and look one way. So just turn your head and look one way. Now, we haven't quite finished yet. Last week, we did a Tai Chi move. And I said that I would do a little bit more to it this week. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So now, last week, we did the hand looking in the mirror. So don't leave me yet. So this is the one where we put our hand up in front of our face. We took it out to the side and we looked at it, and then we took the hand down back to the thigh. And then we did the same thing with the other hand. So we came up, we looked, and then you took it back down again. So now the thing with Tai Chi is it's soft, slow movements, okay? Soft, slow movements. All right, now, what I said we would add to it this week is our legs. So you can have a look at this if you like. What I want you to do is move the weight over onto one foot. As you lift the other leg, it mirrors what you're doing with your hand, and it goes down and it goes back in. And then you do the other side, all right? So you lean over, you lift the leg, and you take the hand out. All right, now then, I've just done that really slowly just so you can see me, but I think really slow like that is incredibly difficult for balance. So just do what you can, but just try and keep the movement soft, smooth it out. So think smooth movement. All right, now I'm not a Tai Chi teacher, as you might have worked out. So look, it's not about perfection. This is about balance and moving. All right, because it is really, really good, this, for falls prevention. All right, so that's why we're doing it. It's really good for our balance. That's it. And just anything that's sort of soft, slow movement like this. Look at how much you have to focus. Let's do two more and I won't talk. That's it. Back into the middle. We're done. We've done it for another week. I hope you find this. I hope you find it useful. And I will see you, fingers crossed, next week. Bye. I knew that sneeze was coming. I couldn't get to stop it in time.